All the materials are classified into three according to their magnetic properties: diamagnetic, paramagnetic, and ferromagnetic materials. Effect of magnet. If we bring a magnet close to these three materials, diamagnetic feebly repelled by strong magnets, paramagnetic material will be feebly attracted by strong magnets, and ferromagnetic material will be strongly attracted by magnets. Next one is, if we keep this material in the external magnetic field, diamagnetic material will acquire feeble magnetization in opposite direction of external field. Paramagnetic material will acquire feeble magnetization in the direction of the external field, in the same direction. Ferromagnetic material will acquire strong magnetization in the same direction of the external field. Now, the magnetic field developed inside the material will be, in the diamagnetic it is opposite to the applied field, in paramagnetic it is in the same direction of the applied field, and the ferromagnetic it will be in the same direction of the applied field. Now, the magnetic field developed inside this material is shown in terms of magnetic field lines here. First diagram for diamagnetic and the second diagram for paramagnetic and ferromagnetic material. In a non-uniform magnetic field, diamagnetic material tends to move slowly from stronger to weaker part of the field. Paramagnetic material tend to move slowly from weaker to stronger part of the field. Ferromagnetic material also tend to move from weaker to stronger part of the field, but it moves quickly. Magnetic susceptibility is small and negative for diamagnetic, small and positive for paramagnetic, and large positive value for ferromagnetic. Relative permeability is less than 1 for diamagnetic, slightly greater than 1 for paramagnetic, and very greater than 1 for ferromagnetic. Permeability of the medium is, for diamagnetic it is less than the permeability of free space, for paramagnetic it is greater than the permeability of free space, for ferromagnetic material the permeability is very greater than that of the free space. Now the effect of temperature. Diamagnetic material, its property is independent of temperature. For paramagnetic material, chi, that is the susceptibility, is inversely proportional to temperature, and for ferromagnetic, chi is equal to C divided by T minus Tc, where Tc is the Curie temperature or critical temperature that determines whether the material will behave as ferromagnetic or paramagnetic. When we remove the external magnetic field from this material, diamagnetic material will lose its magnetic property. Paramagnetic material also will lose its magnetic property, but ferromagnetic material can retain again its magnetic properties. So, permanent magnets are made by using ferromagnetic materials. Now, magnetic moment. For diamagnetic it is 0. For paramagnetic it have a permanent magnetic moment, and for ferromagnet also it have a permanent magnetic moment. Variation of M with H, where M is the magnetization and H is the magnetic intensity. M and H are linearly related in the case of diamagnetic. The relation between those two are linear. In the case of paramagnetic, M changes linearly and attains saturation at low temperature in very strong magnetic field. And in the case of ferromagnetic, the relation is not linear, but ultimately it attains a saturation. Hysteresis effect. Diamagnetic and paramagnetic material won't show a hysteresis effect. It is shown only by ferromagnetic material. Intensity of magnetization is negative and small for diamagnetic, positive and small for paramagnetic, and large positive value for ferromagnetic material. Now, if the material rod is suspended freely between two magnetic poles, diamagnetic material, the axis will be perpendicular to the field, and for the other two also, for paramagnetic and ferromagnetic also, the axis will be perpendicular to the field. All the three will behave in a similar way. Now, the physical state. Diamagnetic material and the paramagnetic material will be present in all the three forms, solid, liquid and gas, but ferromagnetic materials are normally seen as solids. Now the examples of all the three. Diamagnetic material, some examples: bismuth, antimony, copper, lead, water, sodium chloride and superconductors. All the material in its superconducting state. Paramagnetic material: platinum, aluminium, calcium, oxygen, copper chloride and manganese. Ferromagnetic material: lodestone, alnico. Alnico is the combination of the metals. It's an alloy of iron, aluminium, nickel, copper and cobalt. Then ferromagnetic material, another one example is nickel below its critical temperature. Nickel will behave as paramagnetic material above the critical temperature, but ferromagnetic material below the critical temperature. These are the differences between diamagnetic, paramagnetic and ferromagnetic materials according to the magnetic property of the material.